Hey, 7th and 8th grade. Good to see you guys this way. This video is for Tuesday, April 21st. Hope you are off to a good start on your week. You're going to continue reading in the crossover today. Your pages are 66 through 85. And just as a reminder, every day in the Google Classroom, I've been posting an audio file for you to listen to. So if you prefer to be read to as you're reading, that is available for you there. Today in your packet or in your work, you're going to be doing 4 things. So I want to be sure that we walk through those. 3 of them should make a lot of sense to you, and then the 4th is something you haven't yet done, but I think it'll be a fun activity, and I'm excited to see what you come up with. The first thing is we're going to continue, of course, with our comprehension questions. So that page looks like this. That's your brief quiz to be sure that you're understanding the content that you're reading. The second thing you're going to do is your vocabulary words. And remember that this is important to your developing ability to speak and to understand what you read and to write creatively. So I'm really excited for you to look up these words and then use them in a sentence. The third thing that you're going to do is pull out that reader's response book. And today we're on to basketball rule number 3. So you should by now know what we're doing in here, but remember that we're doing 2 things. First off, you're telling me, what does this mean? Why do you think Josh and Jordan's dad gave them this rule? What does this mean for them or for you or for anyone? And then the second thing you're doing is, what connections do you make, Gabby? Do you make, Lillian? Do you make, Corbin, to this? So those could be, we talked about 3 types of connection: text to text. Does this remind you of something you've read somewhere else? Another story, another Bible verse, something like that. Could be text to self. Does this remind you of your life, an experience you've had, something that you personally know about? Or text to world. Does this remind you of current events or something you know from science or geography? So as you read, I want you to do 2 things. What does it mean? And your second thing is, what connections do you make? So tell me the connection and why. So it's not enough to just put text to text. But if you put text to text, then tell me, it reminds me of what text, or text to self. I connect to it because, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you come up with in your reader's response book. Remember that even if I don't ask for a certain page for you to submit via Google Classroom, when this is over, you are going to turn in these packets. So be sure that you're trying to keep up with what you're doing, and I can't wait to see it. The last thing you're going to do today is you're going to use that same rule, basketball rule number 3, but you're going to use it to complete what's called, in this packet, a project challenge. So you do not need to do what's on the bottom down here, which is an informational poster about heart disease. We are skipping that. But on the top, the instructions today say that basketball rule number 3 gives a suggestion not only of basketball rules, but of life rules. So I want you then to create your own life rules poster in poetry form. Decorate the border in an eye-catching way. Your life rules should give other people advice on how to live life in the best way. So again, I want you to go back, look at basketball rule number 3. In fact, maybe I'll read it to you. This is from page 66. Never let anyone lower your goals. Others' expectations of you are determined by their limitations of life. The sky is your limit, sons. Always shoot for the sun, and you will shine. So in that sort of style, what are some rules you have for your own life? Some guiding ideas or principles? Maybe there's something you got from church or from your family, or just things that you've come up with. And then, I love that the invitation in the project challenge is to present it in some kind of creative way. If you don't have to make a poster, since we're not, although if you can, if you want to, but maybe you could do it on construction paper and add something. If that's not your thing, you could do it on like Microsoft Word and add in images that you find online that would match what you're talking about. But I'm really looking forward to seeing your creativity and what you do with this. If you have any questions, reach out on email, and I'd be glad to answer those for you. Tomorrow, you are going to be doing some work with the same section of text, but you're going to be doing some different activities with it, including some poetry and writing. So we are landed here on this section, page 66 to 85 for 2 days. Tomorrow, even though you'll have a little bit of extra work to do, you won't have to do the reading. Any other questions, email me and I will look forward to hearing from you guys. Remember that if you're in performing arts, I'd love to hear from you. We're thinking of putting together a video musical and I really want everybody who wants to get to be a part. Okay? Talk soon.